All right, 10.4, inscribed angles. So something we've already done is central angles. And we said the central angle is an angle whose center is at, or whose vertex is at the center of the circle, And we said the angle and the arc were equal. Well, an inscribed angle is something different. Okay, an inscribed angle is one whose vertex is on the circle. So this says state if each is an inscribed angle. So in question 1, that would be a no. Why? Here's the vertex at L. L is not on the angle. Okay. What about number 2? Number 2 is a yes. L is on the circle. The vertex of the angle is on the circle. Okay, then it says name the angle and the intercepted arc. So the angle is angle NLM. L has to be in the middle here, okay? The vertex. Now you could say MLN if you wanted to. And as far as the arc goes, the arc is from here to here. It's what the angle eats, Pac-Man eats, if you want to think about that. So the arc is arc NM, or you could say arc MN. Okay. Now it says find the measure of the arc or the angle indicated. Well, here, the angle, if I trace it, so I'm going to trace it with my pen here, the angle is right here. The endpoints of the angle are on F and D. Well, this right here is a semicircle. We know how much a semicircle is, right? A semicircle is 180 degrees. So this arc is 180. Now the angle in here is not 180. The angle is half the arc. So the angle is 90 degrees. Half of 180 is 90. Okay. Question number 4 is a little different because question 4 wants the arc. Here's the arc we're looking for. If I trace the angle that forms it, okay, there are the endpoints, which are the endpoints of the arc. Here's the angle, 52. So in this case, the arc, okay, so I'm going to use a little arc symbol. Arc KJ is going to be twice as big as the angle. So 2 times 52 is 104. So a little different relationship than what we've learned with central angles. All right, let's keep going. A little more complex picture, okay, because we got a lot of different stuff going on, okay, but still not bad, something that we can find. Okay, so I'm going to trace the angle here. So here's the angle, and the angle measures 31. So that means this arc right here is twice that, which would be 62. Now, that's not the arc we're looking for. Sorry about that, that didn't write very well. Let me try that again. See if I write that better. 62. Okay. However, the arc we're looking for is right over here. But what I do know is that this right here is a diameter. So all of this from here to here is 180. So if I want to just get this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 180 minus the 62, and that gives me 118, and that is that arc. All right, keep going. This one says solve for x, okay? All right, now this can be a little tricky, okay? What I know is I know this arc right here is 6x plus 4. I know this arc right here is 140. I know this arc from here to here is going to be twice as big as the angle. So if I multiply that by 2, so I'm going to do that, 7x minus 2, multiply that by 2, that gives me 14x minus 4. That is the green arc, 14x minus 4. Now, what we've done some problems like this in previous lessons. If I take all 3 of these arcs, this one, and this one, and I put them all together, that makes the whole circle, which is 360. So there's my equation, 14x minus 4 plus 6x plus 4 plus 140 equals 360. So 14x and 6x would be 20x. Negative 4 and 4, those are going to cancel. So plus 140 equals 360. Subtract 140 from both sides. So 20x is 220. And then divide by 20. And I get x is 11. Now, not a bad idea to do this. Take it, plug it back in here. So 11 times 6 would be 66 plus 4 would be 70. Okay, so that's 70. And then if I take it and plug it in right here, so I'm going to get my calculator, 14 times 11 minus 4, that is 150. So if I wrote this one in green and put 150, now what I can do is take this one, and this one and add them together. 150 plus 140 plus 70, and I get 360. So that tells me my answer's right. All right, one more here. I know, a lot of stuff. This is very, very similar to the last problem I just did. Again, here's my angle, I know, right here. I'm going to trace the angle, which is here to here. Now, what do I know about that angle? That angle is half of the arc. Well, the arc goes from here to here, which are those two expressions added together. So the best way to do this is, remember, angle is half the arc. That's what we've been doing. Or, what's even better is 2 times the angle equals the arc. Now, the reason I'd rather do that one is because I don't like fractions. So twice, what's the angle here? 28x plus 3 has to equal the arc. Now the arc is both of these added together. 32x plus 2 plus 25x plus 1. So if I add those, that gives me 57x. 2 plus 1 is 3. If I do distributive here, that gives me 56x plus 6. So I'm going to subtract 56x from both sides. So 6 is x plus 3, subtract 3. And then I get 3 is x. Now, the question asked me to find arc QW. Okay, where's QW? QW is this arc. So what I have to do is I've got to take 3 and plug it into that expression. So I get 32 times 3 plus 2. So 32 times 3 is 96, plus 2 would be 98, and there's my answer. So quite a bit of stuff here, not too bad. The big thing is learning how to set up your equations.